I'd like to see that we have more involvement back in the schools, both at the regional level, where we used to have a school resource officer that was actually paid for from the Silver Lake Regional School District. We used to have a DARE officer down at the elementary school, and that was, everybody thought, the greatest position in the world when it was funded through state grants. And as soon as the town became responsible for it, it wasn't supported as much.
We don't have anybody at the high school. It's forcing us to be reactive, and when you're reactive in this business, when you get behind the 8 ball, it's extremely difficult to catch up.
I've heard it called safety officer, youth officer, DARE officer, and tonight I keep school resource officer. Do you see any, or do you have any ideas right now pertaining to increasing the presence in the schools with your current resources? Do you have any ideas?
Well, we go to the schools more than we'd like to, and the officers that are assigned patrol in the sectors, especially the North Cruiser, which is up where the high school and the middle school are. The trouble is, when that officer that's assigned the North car, a lot of times there's only 2 officers on the road and a supervisor. They're now leaving 1 officer on the road to patrol, the rest of the town, to service the other, 12,000 residents while they're up at the school. I'm not saying that it's a bad school or anything, but you're there a lot.
You need someone in the school. It's a great resource. That's why they call it a resource officer. It's great for the school. It's great for the department. It gives the students an added sense of security having an officer up there.
So I think it's vital. That would probably be the first position I'd like to see reinstated, is a school resource officer, especially what took place down at Connecticut. Would a school resource officer stop that tragedy? Probably not. But, it may have helped. Who knows?
And you know what? I think what we have to do, first of all, is agree that we need it. And then let's sit down and let's talk and see how we're going to finance it. But you know what? I think in this day and age, that everything that's happening, I think it's a great resource to have an officer back up at the school. And we have great officers that would be chomping at the bit to be in a position like that. Guys that have good rapport with the kids and the athletes. And again, I think it's a win-win situation with giving the added sense of security nowadays to the students.
So I was the DARE instructor from 1996 through 2006. So I was a DARE instructor while I was a patrol officer, sergeant, and lieutenant.
You mentioned the tragedy in Newtown. You think it's important to have a school resource officer again?
Oh, I think it's vital, not just for school security, but just to build relationships with the children. I mean, right now, we don't have like a proactive or a community relationship with the children.
Right.
It's always we're up there reacting to something, and it's not like you're building relationships. You're there investigating a crime or, some type of dispute, trying to mediate something, and that's not really, a good community policing relationship. Establishing, communication with the kids.
So you want to rebuild that relationship?
I would love to.